Hey, and welcome to another Chicago Beer Pass. We're going to say beer review, not cellar raid, because this is fresh. This is the Golden Nugget from Toppling Goliath.
Yeah, man. Brad took the road trip, summer road trip from Chicago to Duluth, Soda. And on the way, I think you go through Wisconsin and you go through Iowa.
Yeah, you can. So this beer says it's best by 11/23/18. No on can date, but it's fresh, yeah.
He's like, I was there.
I was there. Picked it up. It comes in 4-pack cans.
Toppling Goliath, of course, is notoriously, known for their pseudo sue, which is their juicy Midwestern IPA. What else? And then you were saying how you went out there and you got busy on their barrel-aged stouts. I think Morning Delight was the one that you got excited about.
I'm not sure if it's Morning Delight is barrel aged or
No.
it's just a milk stout.
Oh, it's just their stout with like maple and coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, they hit the scene quick and hard, right? Like, I mean, like 3 years ago, you would have been like, who? And now I know that they have like this down in Lakeland, Florida. They do they got a contract set up for just a pseudo sue, as far as I know. And yeah. Oh, and then it's also got picked up by the museum here because of Sue, the big dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They knew that, right? They played into that because there's a dinosaur on it.
There's a dinosaur on it, and then I think they're kind of saying, hey, if you're adventurous enough, if you're feeling frisky, get in that car after this museum and then come check us out too. Like
It's
we're just one state over.
It's like a good marketing. Like, let's find something that's super popular. We'll name a beer after or around and like try to attach us to this. So otherwise, here we are in Chicago, we would have no idea who Toppling Goliath is.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It'd just be another one of those good Midwest breweries that you've tried on a road trip, right? Really, but their beer's here. Pseudo Sue is a great beer. I see people pick it up all the time.
It's a good entry point, and then aside from the juicy pale ales, they're heavy. They're heavy into the stouts too, which is fun.
Wow. So Golden Nugget, it says it's a winning combination of golden promise malt and nugget hops.
Classic OG hop aroma right there, man. Grassy, piney,
Slightly
little lemon.
sweet, lemon, yeah. We had a nice big head, which, I poured out pretty hard. We got a lot of sediment floating around in there. Oh, man, this is like going old school.
It's not juicy for the sake of being juicy, right? It just happens to be like a big, cloudy IPA.
Yeah. Let's dive in. Whew. Yeah. That bridges that gap between classic IPAs and hazy milkshake juice IPAs.
Yeah, that's Mother's Milk right there. Yeah. Because, don't get me wrong. I love guys like, Sacred Saint Laurent or Microphone and, big, cloudy IPAs that I necessarily can't. For me, those cloudy IPAs don't really go well with food.
Yeah.
I want it, pre or post. But something like this, like you said, is kind of like, hey, we're kind of taking the best of your contemporary American IPA and in the hazy craze, and kind of riding that wave,
right
in the middle, riding that line in the middle.
Well, I guess we started to see this a few years ago with the IPAs. They were starting to they got kind of juicy, and then they went fruit, the Ballast Point kind of way.
Yeah.
So then the haze kind of brought it back with more hops, but this was a nice journey from that bitter bomb to juice.
That's true, man. Because we were talking about Double Daisy Cutter. I had it on the beach today, and how it's an 8% beer that's kind of it's fruit forward with hop fruit, but it's kind of almost medicinal in its booziness, right? And when you can hit a low bitterness like what they're doing, but still keep beer integrity. I don't want to necessarily taste I don't want to be reminded of Capri Sun, or, I don't want to be reminded of pineapple juice in a can. If your hops take you there, let it just be a little bit, but have it be a beer foremost, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I think that's what this is for me right now.
And being that beer first, you crushed this, and you won another one.
Dude, this shit's good, man.
Was it 6.8%? I believe. thought it said. I feel like that's in my head for some reason, 6.8, unless the Zwickel was 6.8 that we were drinking before.
No, that was 4.
Yeah, for some reason I say 6.8 around there. So, up there a little bit, but it's IPA, so they're usually around that 6, 7 most of the time, or at least they were.
So when you're at the brewery, are these like 4-packs or?
Mm-hmm. All their cans come in 4-packs. The Pseudo Sues and some of the other ones have like the nice cardboard 4-packy case. These were just, cap kind of things for them.
Yeah. They're one of those crews that are like making waves nationally. Their line is long at Great Taste in Midwest. Their line is long at JBF.
Yeah.
And is mainly hot forward and adjunct stouts. Yeah.
That's why I was surprised the brewery wasn't busier. I expected like craziness because of their acclaim that they have gotten and notoriety. So,
when you're rolling up, is it like near anything? Like, is there like a big ass school or something on the way to Decorah? You rolling up, it's just like cornfields and then boom, big brewery.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't been.
There is a small town where there's some food and stuff, and people were bringing in, like, pizza was delivered for some people and things like that. But
yeah.
Iowa.
Decorah, Iowa. Hello.
Decorah, Iowa, yeah. Golden Nugget. It's in 4-pack cans, so you might be able to pick it up here in Chicago, or if you get Toppling Goliath beer, you might see it. But, man, this is good.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it. Cheers.
Cheers.